Court calls case People versus Larzell, Washington.
Okay, original 34 people.
Edward Rodriguez for Larzell, Washington.
Larzell near Washington, sir.
Thank you. All right.
Welcome back to the courtroom. And trust me, today's session is loaded. From a desperate defendant begging for leniency to another outright challenging his own lawyer in open court. It's drama, confusion, and confrontation all rolled into one. Judge Simpson is calm but commanding, balancing fairness with firmness. But as emotions rise, the truth about accountability, second chances, and personal responsibility starts to unfold. Will these defendants seize their last shot or sabotage their own defense? Let's dive in and find out.
Your Honor, we adjourned it a week. I had reached out to the recovery court, and Mr. Reyes, his interview date is set for tomorrow.
Pardon?
His interview date is set for tomorrow.
So he's going to be interviewed tomorrow.
He's going to be interviewed tomorrow.
All right. So will they get an answer within a week?
I assume he'll get an answer really quick.
Okay. So I'll adjourn it out one more week to the 29th then. June 29th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Excuse me. I would like to waive my circuit court. Thank you.
You want to waive your preliminary examination?
That's right.
And
Have you talked to your attorney about that?
Your Honor, if I could approach with counsel.
Yes. Washington, you want to waive your preliminary examination. Your counsel's asking that I adjourn the probable cause conference. Certainly you have the right to waive it. But usually people do that in consulting with their attorney. Okay. Now, just listen closely to me. My understanding is that there is the possibility of working this thing out in a way where there may not be a felony for you.
What?
Okay.
Pardon me?
Did you hear me or no?
No, I didn't.
That there may not be a felony.
I understand.
Okay. So that may not happen if you waive. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm not saying no to what your request is. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put it over a week, let that process happen. If it doesn't work out or whatever happens, then we can do the waiver next week.
Right.
Fair enough?
I'm actually going to be fine. No, we just wait. One of them.
Your Honor, he's asking for a PR. I mean, I don't know if the court would allow him to get the interview conducted tomorrow.
Once I get an answer from hang on a second, Mr. Washington, you got to listen to me now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So once I get an answer from that, I'll consider release on a PR. Okay. I'm not saying that I will, but once he does the interview and I get some information from that, then I'll consider doing something.
With all due
Okay?
respect,
But-
Your Honor, I'm supposed to been had this business taken care of with this young
This
man.
what?
Would you explain to him I'm supposed to been had this taken care of? Please send me.
No, he's explained that to me.
Okay.
I understand that.
Well,
It's not.
I just rather let it go through, let it play the role, because I'm not gonna keep coming in here every week going through this. I'm saying $174, good Lord. Y'all letting people out with worse things than that. You know, it's been a month. Forgive me, I was homeless. I missed court. My father's in the hospital. I'm a working man. If you check my check record, my ground record, I don't go to jail.
Mr. Washington, I usually don't adjourn a week out. I usually go in 2-week intervals.
I know I've
I'm
been
trying to get you before the court as quickly as I possibly
right,
can.
but I've been back,
Yeah.
sir,
And
with all due respect, a month. You know, I'd be a fool not to show back up in court in front of Judge Simpson anyway. You know, I'd be a damn fool if you let me go not to show back up. But
That's probably accurate.
Right.
So-
you know, with all due respect.
No, that,
Right, but
that was a heap of respect.
Right. I'm just saying,
I'm good.
you know, my father is ill right now.
Mr. Washington, okay. I know you may want me to do it a different way, but you also know me well enough to know
Well, I
I'm
don't.
gonna do it my way.
Well,
I'm gonna hear everybody out, and this is the way I'm gonna do it. So I'll see you next week. If at that point, the stuff that's supposed to happen doesn't happen, then I'm gonna deal with that. I'll let you waive, I'll let you do whatever you need to do. But I don't want you in a circumstance where you might be hurting yourself. If something worked out that's gonna be beneficial for you, then let's get it worked out and let's get this thing moving. All right? Thank you. This bond will continue.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next case on the docket.
Court calls the case people versus Montel Gatlin. Shaquila's back there all. She's like, why you call me out like that? The prosecutor say something.
Assistant Public Defender Chelsea Vergils with and on behalf of Montel Gatlin, please state your name.
My name is Montel Gatlin.
Thank you. What are we doing?
Your Honor, we are asking to set the preliminary exam in both of these cases. We do not have discovery in one case. I informed my client of that. He does not wish to waive the 21-day timeline in these cases. He asks to set preliminary exam regardless of knowing we don't have discovery in one case.
Which, yeah,
I mean, may I speak?
if you want.
I kind of don't. I don't want her to represent me
Okay, so you don't get that choice necessarily, but why?
because just conflict. Like we had a back and forth back there in the back room. Like I don't think she has my best interest.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because she wouldn't do with you?
Huh?
What? Because why do you say that? Because I've never known Mr. Deals not to have her client's best interest at heart. Ever.
A lot of things she said. This
A lot of things that she said you may have disagreed with, right?
really all things.
Okay, all she said. Sometimes that's a lawyer's job. Sometimes they have to give their client the hard facts of what's going on. And they have to do that they have to give them their legal interpretation of what's going on, which may not suit with what you want to happen in the world. But they just give you a steady dose of reality. So if you disagree with her legal analysis, then fine, but show me your law degree.
No, I'm disagreeing with her legal advice.
Okay, and you're doing that with your legal degree that you have, right?
No, she was.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, I don't have a legal degree, but
I
she
know.
was trying to get me to waive things, and like I was telling her, it would kind of waive my rights to 180 days into trial, right?
She
And-
just got before me. Did you even listen to what she said? She has indicated that you don't want to waive any statutory period. So she listened to what you said. She told me that, and I was going to set these for exam. Anything else?
Yeah, I don't want her on my case.
Well, she's on your case.
Your Honor, I would ask to also address bond if possible.
Yes, you may. Hang on a second. Let me set the exams in these cases. And which case don't you have discovery on that he's trying to set it before you guys get a chance to even look at it? That makes so much sense, but go
We're
ahead.
asking, media discovery on 25 FB 1090.
On 1090.
Yes, Your Honor.
Discovery on that one is not complete. I'm going to note that. Do people have their witnesses available on the 3rd? Pardon? All right. Preliminary examination in these matters will be set June 3rd, 2025. 9 a.m. That's before me. There's both come before me. They're in person. As to bond.
Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider lowering the bond on case 25 FB 1142. Currently, it's set at $50,000. He's asking you to lower it to the same amount as his other case, 10%. Mr. Gatlin is an Ypsilanti resident. He is employed as a plumber. He at least was before he was in custody and plans to go back to that work. He's involved with his church. He plans to abide by his bond conditions. At this time, he's been in custody for 11 days now, and he is being held until May 29th on a case with Judge Washington. His sentencing is May 29th on that case. So he hopes that the bond will change at that time and that he'll be able to be released. So we're asking you to lower to something he'll be able to pay
So he's being held on a case before Judge Washington now.
until May 29th,
What's the proceeding on May 29th? Do we know?
sentencing.
Sentencing. What kind of case is that? Do we know?
I don't know, Your Honor.
All right. Response from the people.
Your Honor, we've asked the bond stay the same. We think it's appropriate. He does have multiple pending cases at the same time. The case into 90 is a small case. This case has concerning elements of that. He's accused of child abuse, but also fleeing police and possessing a firearm. He's both a danger and a flight risk, and we think that this bond is appropriate.
All right. In this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to deny the request for a bond reduction in this case and leave his bond in place. If something happens on the 29th, before because that'll be about 4 days before you see me. If something happens on the 29th where he's eligible for release, then you can contact my office and I'll reconsider this decision.
So, let's break it down. Judge Simpson keeps control from start to finish. Mr. Washington gets another week to prove his progress, and Mr. Gatlin's plea to fire his lawyer falls flat. The judge stands firm on bond, refusing to lower it despite emotional appeals. It's a reminder that the courtroom isn't about emotion. It's about order, law, and evidence. If you found this case as intense as we did, make sure to hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns, drama, and shocking moments every week. You won't want to miss what happens next in Judge Simpson's courtroom.